Spring has returned. I'm seeing all the plants grow, and shh. If you listen, you can hear all the birds chirping out in the garden, and it's so magical. There really is nothing like spending some time out in the sun, getting our hands dirty, watching all of our plants just grow and evolve. And spending all of this time out in nature lately, it's got me thinking about everything that's taking place in the soil, all the things you can't see, how incredible that is. So I'm about to repot this philodendron, and hang out with me as I repot it, and we talk a little bit about soil and potting mix and how important it is for all of our plants. So out there in nature, plants take care of themselves. They have all of these natural processes that occur. You know, the leaves fall, they decompose, they enter into that soil. Trees fall, the bark separates from the trunk and it enters into the soil. Earthworms move and crawl and creep, creating pockets of air in the soil while also leaving their feces behind. Nature knows how to recycle, knows how to take care of itself. It's full of abundance. It provides plants with everything they need. There's no human intervention out there. So if you want to take a plant out of the forest and away from all of its perfection so that you can grow it in your living room, decorate a corner, put it on a coffee table, the least that you can do is try to mimic those growing situations that it had before by giving it a potting mix that is as close to what Mother Nature creates on her own inside that container. That means we need to fill it not just with the right balance of nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. We also need to give it the right texture, the right aeration, the good pore space, the water retention. All of the things that it's used to, or that it was used to, while growing out in the forest, we need to give it again in its new home, a container in your living room. Hold this pot, please. Okay. Just like Mother Nature is patient in building a baby inside of a woman's belly, like my wife, nature is also patient in the way that it creates and balances all of these nutrients and textures in the soil out in the wild. Out there, it takes years, decades for the soil to create that perfect texture, consistency, nutrient content, but over time it becomes wise. And that's why it is the essence of our living plants, because it's full of life as it is. So when we are using potting mixes for our container plants, we need mixes that are full of that life, that are full of those nutrients, full of those textures, that are going to create a hospitable, good environment for our plants' roots to grow and thrive in. And even better, when they are organic ingredients that ensure there's no weird chemicals that are going to be infusing themselves with our plants' roots. So when we're looking for the right potting mixes, all plants require different blends and different mixtures, house plants versus vegetable plants. But all of them have a few overarching qualities that you really want. You need a mixture that is rich, that's going to provide our plant with the nutrients it needs. All of these organic materials that are in these potting mixes, over time they break down and they provide nutrients that are absorbed by those roots. And as those roots absorb those nutrients, the nutrients travel through the plant, providing the leaves with extra strength, giving it the ability to flower as they should. We need our mixes to be full of air pockets so that those roots can breathe. We need our mixes to be able to hold on to moisture so that the roots stay hydrated. A good potting mix should smell good. It should smell great, like you're outside in your garden after a nice rainy spring day. Yep, I could use your help. If you don't get the soil potting mix correct from day one, your plants are never going to be happy. It is the beginning, the middle, and the end to a plant's success. This philodendron in particular, it's from the jungly regions of Central and South America, where it will climb up trees and vine its way around in the forest, where it climbs up so that it can reach the sunlight. I've had him for about 5 years, and it should last up on this moss pole or this wooden pole for another few more years. But the one thing about using good potting mixes when you're growing your plants is that it will make your plants grow quickly. Always a blessing, sometimes a curse. So when I was disconnecting it from the moss pole earlier, some of its aerial roots I had to cut because they had bored their way into that moss pole. Until this has a chance to really adhere itself, I'm providing it with the structure of the wooden pole in order to mimic what its life would be like out in nature. So once you find, potting mixes that you like and trust, it's a good idea to keep with them. Keep using them, because you know the results are going to be good every time. So how does it look? I think it looks pretty darn nice, I gotta admit. Got another 18 inches or so for it to climb up. But for now, I hope I impressed upon you the importance of good potting mixes and why you need to be using them if you want to grow your plants well. And if you're here, that's what you want to do. Honestly, it's the least we can do for our plants. Give them the best so that they can grow and still feel as if they are connected to Mother Nature inside of our homes. Well, thanks for joining me, hanging out with me today. Today's a day. There's never a bad day to repot your plants. So if you have some on your list, go do it. But give them the good stuff so that they can grow and be happy just like you. I'll catch you guys later. Ciao.
I think it looks amazing.
Right?
Yeah.
It was a good pot. Don't you think?